Hello, devoted fans of the endless twists and turns in Salem. Welcome back to TV Days Drama Digest, your ultimate source for all the juicy spoilers, heart-wrenching recaps, and wild speculations from the world of Days of Our Lives. I'm your host, diving deep into the drama that keeps us all glued to our screens. Today, we're zeroing in on one of the most explosive storylines brewing right now. The escalating saga of young Rachel Black, the pint-sized powerhouse of mischief who's turning Salem upside down. What happens when her father, Brady Black, discovers the full extent of her latest antics? Could this be the breaking point where Brady, pushed to his absolute limits, decides to involve Child Protective Services? Buckle up, because we're about to dissect this plot thread with all the dramatic flair it deserves, exploring every shadowy corner, every heated confrontation, and every potential heartbreaking consequence. We'll expand on the chaos, speculate wildly, and paint a vivid picture of what might unfold in the coming episodes. Trust me, this is going to be a roller coaster ride of emotions, betrayals, and family turmoil that could change the Black family forever. First, let's set the stage by rewinding a bit into Rachel's tumultuous history. For those who've been following Days of Our Lives since the dawn of time, or at least since the 90s. Rachel Black isn't just any child character thrown into the mix for cute moments and holiday episodes. Oh no, she's a force of nature, a whirlwind of inherited drama from her parents' complicated past. Born to Kristen DiMera and Brady Black, Rachel entered the world amid a storm of custody battles, switched babies, and enough parental angst to fill a dozen therapy sessions. Kristen's villainous tendencies think manipulation, obsession, and a flair for the theatrical seem to have trickled down to her daughter in spades. But Rachel isn't just mimicking her mother's bad habits, she's elevating them to new heights of juvenile delinquency. At such a tender age, she's already mastered the art of scheming, lying, and stirring up trouble that rivals the adult villains of Salem. Remember the early days when Rachel was just a pawn in her parents' games, kidnapped, hidden, and fought over like a prized possession? Her life has been anything but stable. Brady, ever the devoted father figure despite his own checkered past with addiction and heartbreak, has tried to shield her from the darkness. He's co-parented with Kristen, navigated the DiMera family's web of deceit, and even dealt with the fallout from Rachel's death and miraculous return, because in Salem, no one stays dead for long. But lately, Rachel's behavior has crossed from precocious rebellion into outright malevolence. She's not throwing tantrums over toys. She's orchestrating plots that could destroy lives. And that's where our current drama picks up steam. Let's zoom in on the latest incident that's got everyone buzzing. Rachel's diabolical encouragement of Thomas DiMera to unleash chaos in the town square. Picture this scene unfolding under the bright lights of Salem's bustling hearth town square. That iconic spot where secrets are spilled, romances ignite, and fights erupt like clockwork. It's a sunny afternoon, the kind where families stroll by, vendors hawk their wares, and unsuspecting victims like Kat are just trying to go about their day. Enter Rachel, with her innocent face masking a mind as sharp and dangerous as a hidden blade. She's not content with petty pranks. No, she zeroes in on Kat, a character who's already endured her share of Salem's hardships, betrayals, losses, and the constant threat of DiMera interference. Rachel's plan to hit Kat where it hurts, as the spoilers tease. We can imagine the build-up. Rachel, perhaps lurking in the shadows of the square's fountain or pretending to play innocently nearby, spots Kat engaged in a heated conversation or simply enjoying a moment of peace. With a gleam in her eye that would make her mother Kristen proud, Rachel approaches Thomas, her young cousin who's impressionable and eager to please. Thomas, son of Chad and Abigail, rest her soul, after that tragic twist, has his own baggage from the DiMera lineage. But he's no match for Rachel's persuasive powers. "Come on, Thomas," she might whisper conspiratorially, her voice dripping with fox sweetness. "Don't you want to show everyone how brave you are? Kat's been mean to you, let's make her pay." The details are hazy in the previews, but we know it escalates into full-blown chaos. Overturned carts, scattered crowds. Perhaps even a physical altercation that leaves bystanders gasping. What exactly did Rachel urge Thomas to do? Based on the episode teasers, it involved some kind of disruptive act, maybe vandalizing a display, starting a food fight, or something more sinister like spreading malicious rumors amplified by action. The town square, usually a hub of community spirit, transforms into a battlefield of juvenile warfare. Screams echo as Thomas, egged on by Rachel, hurls objects or causes a scene that draws the attention of the entire town. Kat, caught in the crossfire, is left humiliated, her vulnerabilities exposed for all to see. Was it a targeted attack on her personal life, perhaps dredging up painful memories of her past, or something more immediate, like sabotaging a business deal or a romantic moment? The drama is in the details, and oh, how they've piled up. Rachel doesn't stop at encouragement. She joins in, her small hands contributing to the mayhem, all while maintaining that wide-eyed innocence that fools no one anymore. Now, enter Chad DiMera, the ever-watchful uncle and family enforcer. Chad, with his sharp suits and sharper instincts, has always been the voice of reason amid the DiMera madness, though he's no saint himself, having dabbled in corporate intrigue and personal vendettas. In the aftermath of the town square debacle, Chad witnesses the fallout or hears about it through the Salem grapevine, which spreads faster than wildfire. His reaction? A mix of shock, anger, and paternal protectiveness. Thomas is his son, after all, and seeing him manipulated by Rachel hits too close to home. This has gone too far, Chad mutters to himself, his jaw clenched as he surveys the damaged broken vases, upset pedestrians, and a distraught Kat nursing her wounds, metaphorical or otherwise. Chad's decision to confront Brady is a pivotal moment, laden with tension. Imagine the scene. Chad storms into the Kiriakis mansion or wherever Brady is brooding that day, his face a mask of barely contained fury. "Brady, we need to talk about Rachel," he says, his voice low but edged with steel. Brady, perhaps nursing a coffee or staring at old photos of happier times, looks up with weary eyes. He's been through the ringer, losing loved ones, battling demons, and now dealing with a daughter who's becoming a mini Kristen. Chad lays it all out. The scheme against Kat, Thomas's involvement, the public spectacle. "She's out of control, Brady. If you don't do something, someone else will." And based on the upcoming episodes, it seems Chad's words hit their mark. Brady's response. a storm of emotions that could rival any Salem supercouple breakup. Brady has always been the soft-hearted one, the guy who believes in redemption because he's clawed his way back from the brink multiple times. But Rachel's antics have worn him down. Remember the times she's lied to cover for Kristen, manipulated situations to get her way, or thrown fits that escalate into full-blown crises. This latest incident is the straw that breaks the camel's back. We can envision Brady pacing his living room, hands running through his hair in frustration. How did it come to this? He whispers to himself, flashbacks playing in his mind. Rachel's birth, the custody fights, the moments of joy overshadowed by constant drama. Brady's fed up utterly, completely exhausted. His crazy behavior tolerance meter is pegged at 0. In the previews, we see hints of a confrontation, Brady summoning Rachel for a stern talk, her defiant stance clashing with his authoritative tone. "What were you thinking, Rachel? This isn't a game," he thunders, his voice echoing through the room. Rachel, ever the actress, might bat her eyelashes or feign tears, but Brady sees through it. He's decided it's time for serious discipline, something beyond grounding or timeouts. But what form will that take? Grounding her in her room, sending her to boarding school, or, as the rumors swirl, handing her over to Child Protective Services. Child Protective Services nuclear option in Salem's family feuds. It's a dramatic escalation that would send shockwaves through the community. Let's speculate on how this could play out, because Days of Our Lives thrives on these high-stakes decisions. Brady, consulting with his family, perhaps Victor Kiriakis's ghost whispering tough love from beyond, or Maggie offering sage advice, wrestles with the idea. Involving CPS means admitting failure as a parent, opening the door to investigations, court hearings, and the possibility of losing Rachel altogether. But is it necessary? Rachel's behavior isn't just naughty, it's harmful. She's endangering others, like Thomas and Kat, and potentially herself. In a town where kids have been kidnapped, brainwashed, and worse, Brady might see CPS as a way to protect her from her own impulses and from Kristen's influence. Imagine the heart-pounding scene where Brady makes the call. The phone trembles in his hand as he dials the number, his mind racing with doubts. Is this the right thing, he questions, tears welling up. On the other end, a stern social worker listens to his account. The manipulations, the chaos, the pattern of escalating trouble. Meanwhile, Kristen catches wind of it because nothing stays secret and Salem explodes in a fury of Demera rage. "You can't take my daughter away from me," she screams, storming into Brady's home like a hurricane. The confrontation could be epic. Accusations flying, old wounds reopened. Perhaps even a physical tussle that requires intervention from Roman or Rafe. But let's not forget the ripple effects on other characters. Thomas, feeling guilty for his part, might confide in Chad or seek solace from his siblings. Kat, reeling from the attack, could plot her own revenge or form unlikely alliances. And what about the town square regulars? Doug and Julie might gossip over coffee, while Jack and Jennifer pen a scathing editorial in The Spectator. The drama doesn't stop at the Black family. It infects all of Salem, drawing in exes, enemies, and everyone in between. Expanding further, consider Rachel's psychological profile. Is she truly evil, as some fans label her, or a product of her environment? Growing up in the shadow of Kristen's machinations, witnessing parental conflicts, and lacking consistent boundaries, Rachel's actions scream for help. Perhaps Brady's decision to involve CPS isn't punitive but protective, a way to get her therapy, structure, and a break from Salem's toxicity. We could see episodes delving into her sessions, flashbacks to pivotal moments that shaped her, and slow redemption arcs that humanize her. On the flip side, if Brady backs down, what then? Rachel continues her reign of terror, escalating to more dangerous schemes. Maybe she targets bigger fish like plotting against Stefano's legacy or allying with other young troublemakers. The possibilities are endless, each more dramatic than the last. As we wrap up this deep dive, but trust me, we could go on for hours, the question remains. Will Brady hand Rachel over to CPS? The teasers suggest a cliffhanger confrontation, with Brady teetering on the edge. Fans are divided, some root for tough love, others fear it shatters the family. Whatever happens, it's bound to be explosive, tear-jerking, and utterly addictive. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV Days Drama Digest for more updates on Days of Our Lives.